honestly, in terms of expansion now, man, they got enough scrubs in the league as is. You
Yeah.
know, what they really need to do is because obviously if they expand again, the next two teams would more than likely team number one would certainly be Seattle, and team number two would probably certainly be Las Vegas, pretty
Right.
much.
Right.
Just just take the Memphis Grizzlies and the New Orleans Pelicans and just move them um Seattle and Las Vegas respectively. Now I do understand that this is huge propaganda going on to get the Grizzlies to Nashville as opposed to Memphis, but still, just because they just got enough bums in the league as is. You don't
I
need to
think
create 24 more spots for more bums.
Right. I think what it is that the NBA trying to be on par with the NFL for like having 32 teams and have like even divisions, like four divisions in each conference, with four different teams in each conference and so trying to get to that point, you
I
know.
understand.
And the thing is, I agree with you, and I mentioned to somebody earlier this week actually, because this subject had come up that by 2030, I cannot see by 2030, even 2035, a team in New Orleans anymore. I just don't, you know, because they can't keep their stars and nobody's going to the games, you know. In New Orleans, it's like Dale Brown said, the hardest thing to sell in Louisiana is the sport of basketball, you know.
Man,
What's even harder is baseball, but basketball is just tolerated in Louisiana. You know that, I know that.
dude, I remember my girlfriend and I, we got free tickets to go to a Pelicans game. It was like a couple of days after Christmas in 2024. She and I got there by the time we got in, it was the start of the second quarter. By midway through the third, we were like, man, you want to go get something to eat? Like we
Yeah,
we were out, man, because it just like to your point, it's just we're a football state, or we need, as we mentioned in the LSU and the college episodes, we want a competitive team. If you can win the title, that's a bonus. But we
right.
want a
Just
guy that can hoop their butt off and that's entertaining to watch
right.
and going to have you on the edge of your seat. You can't be sad and lack a
Boring.
star. Like, come on, man. You know what I mean? So
I
I
think
agree
it was
with you
the
there.
owner, I think it was the owner of the old St. Louis Browns who later owned the White Sox. Bill Veck, who said that you could get more people to come to see a bad team with bread and circuses than you can with a long dead silence. You
There you
know,
go. There
and
you go.
that's what it is. Like if you're going to be bad, just be entertaining. If you're going to be bad, be entertaining. If you're not going to be bad, if you're going to be bad, just let us have some fun.
Even
You
man,
know, but just be bad and boring? No.
and even in my time here when Anthony Davis was with the Pelicans and even now with Zion, you know, I haven't been to a Wizards game in several years because pretty much everybody I've wanted to see, I've seen. These new stars, I don't care to watch them. But
Right.
even then, when it's like when Anthony Davis is in town tonight, you want to go with my girlfriend? Like a cold night in January on Tuesday, I got to take off work early and get on that metro with it's 30 degrees and the wind blowing 30 miles an hour. Heck no. He's not that good. Whereas when Kobe came to town, I was off. I like, look, I'm taking off at 3 o'clock. I'm out. You know what I mean?
I hear
And
that.
we're gonna be there. But they just, so that is what it is.